Run again. 4-on-2. Helterbrand. Half-field denied by Dorian Peña.
Great block by Dorian Peña. 1 against 2, 1 against 3 yun.
Number 8, the BMEG defense in full display courtesy of the Kite, Rico Meyerhopper.
Whoa, swallowed up by the BMEG defense. Just ran straight into a brick wall.
Down low, they've been helping out each other and getting blocks like these.
Moving in at number 7, Stat Stacker, block, rebound, and a steal by the Kite once again.
Omolon attacks. Oh, what a block! What a block by Meyerhopper.
Maganda kay Rico, dalawang kamay
a block, a rebound, and a steal. That's a takeaway.
Number 6, Alex Cabagnot connecting on an alley-oop to Jay Washington.
And now the San Miguel Beermen swinging it the other way. Alley-oop play finished by Washington.
That was Hatfield's fault, so Washington took advantage of that.
Making it to our top 5, it's the half-court lead by Larry Fonacier at the end of the first quarter.
So 1.8.
Oh! Larry Fonacier throwing it up.
Fonacier gets it.
I think that's going to count. That was a three-pointer.
Off the glass.
Way beyond the half-point line. And you see it bank off the glass.
And that is going to count.
Number 4, the Soul Train splitting 3 defenders for the finish and 1.
It's an 8-point ball game, and Sol Mercado going straight to the basket. Count that one for Sol Mercado.
See him right here, splitting the defense. He gets fouled right there, gets the finish in traffic. That's not, obviously not an easy shot.
Top 3, big game James Yap spinning and hanging in midair for the easy lay-in.
Here's James Yap. Spins. On the move! What a shot!
Perfect spin and an emergency layup in the air.
A one-hander off the glass.
And adjusting in midair, James Yap can do that.
What a beauty.
Number 2, put back jam by the president, Gabe Norwood, over to TNT front line.
Doug Kramer, he spins. Ball won't drop, but what a save by Gabe Norwood with a flush.
No one's left to box him out. And you're going to lose in a jumping contest with Gabe Norwood every time, who just gets set up perfectly for the flush.
And the number 1 play of the week, the Soul Train for the pull-up game winner.
7 seconds remaining. We're tied at 93. This is for the win, and Sol Mercado pulls up. 4-2 for the win. He shot that bucket right through.
Huge bucket by Sol Mercado. He reads that Jason Castro's backing off him a little bit. He's inside the three-point line, strokes it with all net.
That's it for top 10 plays of the week. Keep it right here on your PBA. Only the best play here.
Those were your top 10 plays of the week. And if you really can't get enough of the PBA, then follow us on Twitter. Go to twitter.com/PBA on Solar TV. Second half action coming your way, so keep it here on Solar TV because only the best play here.
What a first half. It was all Ginebra. They even led by as many as 28 points. So you're talking about PBA Big Time Sunday. Ginebra having a big time first half. They lead 47-29 at the end of the first 2 quarters. Magandang gabi po, Miko Alili kasama El Decano, Senyor Kenito Henson. And you know, it was all Ginebra in the first 2 periods.
Well, stingy defense. I thought that was the key to Ginebra's attack, and it made them very comfortable playing offense. And shots were falling in for Barangay Ginebra. But in the second quarter, I saw a major adjustment defensively on the part of BMEG. They switched to a 2-3 zone defense, forcing Ginebra to take a lot of outside shots that they missed. Law of averages catching up to Ginebra, and they were able to trim down what was once a 28-point lead to just 18 at the half.
Remember the timeout by George Gallant, no? Hindi niya kinausap yung kanyang players. It somehow worked, but Ginebra still way ahead in this game. Now going back to the frenetic moments of the first half, JJ Helterbrand started the way with 5 straight points. And then Intal following up with his own hang time move and allowing Ginebra to really race ahead in this game. They even led 15-0 at the start of this ball game. And when you have 2-time MVP Willie Miller also firing away, if you're BMEG Derbies, that's really a major problem.
You know, they were getting the shots from up close, from outside in the first quarter. And then things started to slow down a little bit here for Barangay Ginebra, although Tubid was still on fire, the only player so far in this game in double figures with 11.
Mark Kagiwa also finding his range in the first 2 quarters. Agiwa had that big game against Barako Bull. And then 2-bit again. Just too many penetrations for Ginebra if you're the BMEG defense, Kinito.
I think it's no secret. For BMEG to try to win this game, they need to be able to play slow down. Force Ginebra out of its usual run and gun style and make them play the half court. Make them take the outside shot and gamble that they miss.
You know, a game without a Dean's List is like morning without breakfast. Having said that, silipin natin ang Dean's List. Tunayin natin ang listahan para sa Ginebra.
Well, for Barangay Ginebra, let's see how they've accomplished, what they've accomplished so far. For Hatfield, 3 points, not too hot, but 9 rebounds and plus only 1 turnover. He rarely makes mistakes, and that's important for Hatfield to show his teammates that if you don't make mistakes, if you play efficiently, a lot of good things will happen, and that's a check mark for them. The imminent breakout hasn't happened. Helterbrand already with 7 points, and Intel with 4 points, but you'd like to see more production from JJ and from JC. Transition attack, well, numbers obviously speak for themselves. That's a 10-2 advantage on the part of Barangay Ginebra. They like to play that up-tempo style. BMEG, the challenge is slow things down. Force Ginebra to play the half court.
And of course, the other side of the story is how BMEG will plan to bounce back in the second half. As we look at the Dean's List for the BMEG Derby Ace Llamados looking for their second win, here it is.
Well, for Ginebra, they had 2 check marks with 1 X mark. But for BMEG, it's all X's. And our theme, not by James alone, well, PJ Simon is actually leading the scoring parade with only 6 points. But they have not been able to execute that on-ball pressure we were looking for. And in fact, Ginebra only with 6 turnovers against 10 for BMEG. They haven't been able to toughen up inside, although towards the end of the first half, I thought Rico Meyerhofer did a very good job in toughening up inside, intimidating, and getting those rebounds.
You know, single X is bad, double X is very bad, triple X is very, very bad.
That's censored. And also, they have not been able to go strong to the rim. They haven't been able to take as many free throws as Ginebra. I think that's important. For your offense to flow, you have to be confident with your stroke. And you can get that confidence if you go to the free throw line a lot.
It could have been Meyerhofer's 10th rebound, but could not secured it. So bola ng Ginebra, and they asked for a very early timeout here with 11:36 still remaining in the third. We'll be back after this. Hangarin ng BMEG Derby is to change the storyline of this ball game here in the second half. Welcome to the third quarter. Here's Miller pulling up over James Yap. Ball ends up with Villanueva. So bagong shot clock for Ginebra.
And again, a second opportunity for Barangay Ginebra. Ginebra is number 1 in the league in rebounding. So if you're BMEG, you have to be conscious of that. Put a body on those rebounders. Box out.
A minute having gone by here in the third quarter. Jonas Villanueva steps on the gas. Yung kanyang kick-out pass goes to nobody.
Again, that defense closing the door on Jonas.
And for more on Jonas and the Llamados, let's go to Gino Rufino.
Assistant coach Richard Del Rosario said, Coach George reminded the team to forget about the rings. He believes that's one of the reasons why they lost focus and started out very slow. For this half, expect them to make some defensive adjustments and attack the basket more and not take too many poor shots, especially when Ginebra goes small. Guys?
Of course, Gino, referring to our ring ceremony at the start of this game, and as traditionally, madalas, yung mga nakaka-receive ng mga accolades before a game, as you mentioned, best import, mga best player of the conference, especially
Jinx.
Parang Jinx no? Diba sa States, even yung mga naging cover ng Sports Illustrated magazine, meron na tinatawag na Jinx. I suppose it makes sense because when you are given an accolade and you can't seem to handle it, it puts undue pressure on the person.
Well, you're put on a high. When you go to a game and you're in a high, you feel that everything is going to flow for you, and if it doesn't on your first attempt, I don't know, it's going to go downhill. But I'm curious because ang nakausap ni Gino for that comment was assistant coach Richard Rosario, hindi siya nakakuha ng sising.
Because he was not part of the team yet when they won the championship last season. And Villanueva, nice move, but some shots of BMX just are not falling. They've gotten some good looks as Helterbrand locates Intal, corner shot, no go. Boy, Meyerhofer now with 10 rebounds in this game as Simon fires, and again another good look, but shots just not dropping.
We also sense that Coach George Gallant may want to get his players to be a little more active in offense. I think they're feeling the sense of urgency. Binibilisan nila laro, and I was thinking that they might want to slow things down.
The third personal, laban kay Enrico Villanueva. Let's go to Chesco little.
Assistant coach Juno Soler said that Coach Jong Ichiko's concern was the latter part of the second quarter where their offense was very passive. Everyone was just standing around. So instead of making outside shots for the second half, they need to try and take it to the basket. Nico and Kinito?
Well, napansin nga natin yun, because of that 2-3 zone defense. Guys were standing around, they weren't cutting. And when you're standing around, trying to beat the clock, eventually you're going to try to make an outside shot, and it's a low percentage shot.
Here's James Yap, he'll fire away.
Long night here for BMAC Derby Ace, as you see George Gallant.
It's been a long night for everyone involved with BMAC Derby Ace in this game. These two teams are coming off morale-boosting wins as Helterbrand locates Hatfield.
That Hatfield did a solid job of sealing off his defender. I mean, it was an easy pass. Direkta yun. And if you're Coach George Gallant, you'll really want to review tape and check out where their defensive deficiencies are. You can't allow that kind of a seal job by Rudy Hatfield, and then the man with the ball passing it off, almost like handing it off to him, like giving candy to a baby, not taking candy from a baby.
Talagang nasa Halloween mode. Parang nag-enjoy ko sa trick or treat ko sa Alabang.
Punta ako sa grocery kanina. Ang dami ko nakitang candy. Nasarapan tuloy ako. Oh, look at Meyerhofer is down. Got it in the gut, I think.
It's fine.
Tough day in the offense here. Hatfield playing physical.
He always does.
Yeah.
Yan naman ang trademark ni Rudy.
It's nice to see that there's a matchup going on here between Hatfield and Meyerhofer, not in terms of points, but in terms of rebounds.
Parang paramihan sila rebounds dito. Right now, Meyerhofer has 10 rebounds, and then Rudy has 10 rebounds. Match na match. Sa timbang lang talaga sila nakatalo.
At saka sa haba ng kamay.
At edad. Rudy, of course, with tons of PBA experience. Here's Hatfield with the basketball, and out to Intan. Over 8 minutes remaining in the third. Lamang pa rin ng Ginebra, 51-32.
Intan still struggling here with his offense, only 4 points.
Here's Balacuña. He had a 3-pointer back in the first half. Now he missed that time. On the floor for Ginebra, Intal, Helterbrand, Hatfield, Villanueva, and Miller. Here's Helterbrand on the right side. Shot clock down to 11. Hook pass for Miller. Miller fires open, and it's good.
And what a nice adjustment there in offense. It was Intal, not Willie Miller, who brought the ball across the timeline, and Miller was playing the 3 spot, and he was the recipient of the pass rather than the one who was distributing. Ganda ng adjustment.
James continues to miss. There's Jonathan Salvador flexing his muscle underneath. He has 6 points.
Not too many people remember that Jonathan Salvador was the 4th pick overall in 2005, and the number 5 pick in that draft was Macmac Cardona. Naunahan pa niya si Macmac.
Meantime, here's Helterbrand. Helterbrand fakes Helterbrand kick out pass intercepted by Valacuña and then a preemptive foul